Alright guys, so this is part 3 of Asylum, and I think I know what I missed. So, I took a look at this wiring diagram a little more, and I feel like emergency lights, lit up some of the area, and then this power light, it still works, right? Just not very good, and just some of the area too, not all of it. So as of right now, we're just gonna go ahead and turn on this power light, and then we can go back, and there will be a little bit more light in the room that it's really dark. All right, so I think we go right. See, now we have a little more power here. It's a little bit brighter. And I think it's this door here. Okay, so now we can see a little bit here with this light on, and look at that. Get some pliers or whatever those are. Alright, so now it was impossible to see, so everywhere is still too dark. But at least I got some light shining through this window. Probably not this light. Probably this light that made me see this, those wire cutters. Alright, so now I kind of started to realize there's a cart right there on the left in the very back. That means that's the, exit back to upstairs. So we're gonna go this way. And I don't think we can open anything here. Now we'll just keep going this way. Alright. Yeah, we got some light in here now. Alright, let's see if this works now. The problem was clear. There was nothing I could do with the circuit box while there was electrical current in it. I was bound to suffer the same... Oh! Okay, so I have to actually go now and turn off the freaking power. Yeah, okay. Let's go back, turn off the power. Try those pliers we picked up. And then turn it back on. I don't know if we should turn the emergency on or not right now. Let's just keep it off for now and see what happens. Okay, that looks freaking dark. Yeah. There's no way I can see. We need to... Yeah, it was too dark. Okay, so we do need to, I think, turn on that emergency light on. Or breaker. Okay. Okay, that's a little better. Okay. Aha. Fantastic. Okay, so that's done. And this stops sparkling. Oh, I can open this now. Okay, okay. Alright, so let's just keep going. My plan was to go back to turn the power on, but it looks like it lets me in right now with emergency power. Locked. you. Step back, that guy's dangerous. Oh. Oh, I see. Are we back to... Yeah, we're back. We're now back to, Bruno, right? Oh boy. So I can still get in here somehow. But not with that. Okay. So eventually I need to get in the cell, I believe. We're still useful despite all the rust. Okay, tasks. Fix lights in the basement. Explore the basement area. Find therapy room. Alright, so I think we just need to go back to the basement. And maybe turn on the actual power, who knows? Maybe we can have, you know, both power on and emergency power on. No. One or the other. Okay. Maybe this is a whole power now, right? Now we should be able to see more things in here. So I might have to like redouble check everything I did already in the basement. Yeah, we looked at the list stuff. In the last video. We looked at here already. Alright. So let's go back. Alright, this door here. So this is beginning already. The gate was locked. Tools and machinery lay scattered across the construction area, seemingly abandoned in chaos. Walls that were cracked, peeling under the weight of years, and the metallic scent of rust mixed with a earthy smell. Alright, so we took that tool. An opening to in the construction area was boarded up. A cart which had seen better days was in the corner of the construction area. Oh, wait a minute. I can do something here. Didn't make much sense to me, okay. Yeah. So I need to find something else. Something for these wheels. Some kind of, maybe, you know, ratchet or something, right? Cart for transporting construction materials was the center of the room. Then it will go and break those, those boards. What is this here? Wait a minute. Aha. That was like a memory. For the first time, I felt like there was a clear purpose or meaning behind my vision. My mind was trying to unearth an important memory. We were a group of patients doing in the basement. What were we forced to do there? The tool seemed oddly familiar to me. Right, so I can't do anything here. Right, wait, what is this? Moved to the unit system. Over time, mental hospitals built using the Kirkbride system began to present numerous maintenance and operational problems. Faults in the design led to unforeseen practical difficulties, and their rigid layouts prohibited efficient expansion. The Kirkbride plan soon became a significant problem in mental health. Since many mental hospitals are state funded, a combination of budget cuts and high maintenance expenses spelled doom for the principles of the Kirkbride plan. Personal wages, medications, medical appliances call for the boilers, electrical maintenance, and sewage services represented but a small fraction of the cost of keeping such large establishments operating. With the general high levels of stress and economic issues also impacting the public in modern society, experts warned of a surge in mental health disorders and increased need for specialized treatment centers. Thus, the demand for mental hospitals kept growing even in institutions adhering to the Kirkbride plan afforded only slow and costly construction. Concerns intensified in the field as psychiatrists and medical professionals began to question the theory that architecture played a role in mental health, and so the prestigious Hanwell Mental Institute sought to adapt, as did many other mental hospitals, by undergoing extensive remodeling according to a new design philosophy that came to be known as the unit system. Instead of single sprawling building, the various departments and such establishments would be separated into smaller, discrete structures. With this new approach, a purely admin building would have no physical connection to one housing patients. To achieve this goal, many existing Kirkbride institutions resorted to constructing utilitarian underground tunnels connecting various buildings since aesthetics were no longer a concern. Okay, so they made patients do the work for them. Seriously, I can't get to the box for some reason. There is just nothing in there. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, 11 p.m. Alright, so that's the one I just came from. Right? No, this one I just came from. Okay. Let's keep going this way. If we see anything else, because we got more light now. Okay, so let's take a look at our notes real quick. I need to speak with Lenny. Okay. Tasks. Topics. Russian works. Okay. We can go find Lenny again. Remembering my past. Find therapy room. Right. Let's go through here. We already looked at all this, right? Oh, where's the dude at? He's gone. Bruno is gone. So, see what else we can steal. Aha! Got the keys again. More places, so I took the keys with me, and I wasn't proud of it. Okay, so we read all this. Empty. Bruno's desk was quite a mess. Okay, so nothing else is new. I feel like he might have made some notes in the very back of this. Yeah. Yeah, so after 10 p.m., the random guy is me, right? So Flippin' Mozart, here next to me somehow, broke out of his cell and ran upstairs. He spent a fair amount of time trashing the cafeteria. Where was this random guy? Yeah, that's how bizarre this place is. Help me to calm him down. Whatever, I'll take it. At least I can get some rest before the next rounds. 10:30, the pounding is more than I can take now. It feels like it's my own head hitting that door. Screw it, I'll give him the music box again. Okay, some about the music box. Like I should not press. Okay, so we got the keys. Go talk to Lenny. Oh, wait a second. It wasn't desperate enough to enter the cell without dealing with high-risk patient in some way, okay? So... we tried opening different doors. Alright, let's just do what the notepad is saying, talk to Lenny, and then we'll see what's going on. Yeah, he still pops up his freaking head, man. Alright. Alright, let's just check this bathroom again. Probably nothing new. Opposite defective clinging. Yeah, there's nothing new here. Water is still out. Get myself. Alright. Yeah, so light was already on here, so there's not gonna be anything new here. Already took the records from here. Alright, where is Lenny? Is Lenny on the other side? I might have went the wrong way. He's okay. But now I feel like we can get the library as well. This was always light here, right? Yeah. Where's Lenny? Was Lenny here somewhere? Like right up here. Now I can go upstairs here. Look at that. Huh. Okay, let's go. Yeah, looks like I can go upstairs for sure now. Even farther up. Okay, let's check out this second floor. Right, I should probably screenshot this. Look, there's a museum here. Morgue. I thought there was a laboratory downstairs too. Male hospital, female hospital. Okay, rehab. Clinging. So this is Lenny's schedule, right? So right now it's 11 p.m. So he's on the second floor right now in corridors. That's where he's at. Or wait, or maybe he just did that, and now he just already moved to third floor because he already signed up on this. Maybe he's on third floor now. Alright, well, let's explore, right? We don't really need to talk to him immediately, because we haven't looked at this area yet. Which way? Like, looks like a dead end, so let's go that way first. Museum. Ooh, it's open. Patients were allowed to pay short visits to the Haunted Museum of the Institute, which, rather than sanctuary of science and erudition, had now turned... Wait. Some instruments for unknown purposes, which I didn't want to discover. Several skulls were arranged on the shelf, many of them appeared to have been drilled into. Oh, there's Rebecca, right? That's a girl I saw in my car, right? Unstable. Female wing, first floor, cell 107B, therapy group E. Rebecca Beers did not suffer any specific ailments early in life, but fell victim to violent sexual assault as an adult. She was found in a state of shock by the authorities who rescued her, and after a medical examination, Rebecca was found to be pregnant. The perpetrator was never apprehended. During the period following the assault, Beers exhibited delusional behaviors and panic whenever men were in the same room as her. Thereafter, following strict attention and care, she gradually began to recover and return to her senses while coming to terms with her new condition. Beers eventually managed to begin socializing with her peers and to feel more comfortable in the presence of men. Regrettably, she has recently suffered an inexplicable breakdown and is experiencing frequent neurotic fits. She mistreats both her peers and the nursing team using foul and highly offensive language while screaming and kicking. In 2 incidents, Beers was found repeatedly hitting her stomach and insisting that her unborn child was spawned from hell. Crazy. Medical instruments of various types. Taking of them. So we know where Rebecca was, her cell was. We can always go look at that. Between the drapes and dirt, not much of the outside world could be seen. That doesn't look like it's out. Ah. Complete human skeleton. Isn't real. In the middle. They look like Miss Twin babies. What was the point of displaying the bird hands? A series of radiographs showed various areas of the human body, human brains, vermin. Heck. A patient undergoing some painful treatment. Look like some kind of animal, another twisted feature of this gloomy museum. What is that? It was a jar with something odd inside, an organ shaped like pastry. Yes. A baby with a gut-wrenching birth defect. A typical glass slide for putting tissue samples on it. This could come in handy later, okay? I guess I'm gonna pick up some glass slide. I picked up the tweezers with care. Yeah, there's some kind of solutions here. PT. Since it wasn't needed anywhere else, I left the tweezers in the exhibit. What? So, does that mean... Oh, wait a second. I see. Grab this. Why can't I grab this glass anymore? Maybe I already have it. I already have it, yeah. There was no need to grab this people tweezers at present. What was I going to do with them? Yeah, so probably we just don't know what to do with it yet. Why he's not doing anything. Or maybe I'm doing the wrong one. Nope. Okay. Right, so we'll come back. We'll have to come back to this. Figure out what to do with it. It was a jar with something odd inside, an organ he already... This? Hands in some kind of liquid. Alright, so I think that's all we can do here for now. Okay. Going this way, right? Dr. Hanwell. The right key would let me in. Alright, perhaps. Let's try it. Wouldn't unlock this door. I guess Bruno didn't have the clearance to go everywhere. Okay, so we don't have the key for this. Unfortunate. Visit upper floors with Lenny. Earring, glass slide. The solarium used to be clean and peaceful, spot to relax amid the sunbeams, quite the opposite of its present and sorry condition. Insect repellent? Okay. The window was shattered, allowing a cold breeze to chill the room. Never. Records of patients housed in local hospital. The renowned surgeon who keeps receiving encomiums from his peers, Dr. Walter Hanwell, director and founder of the mental hospital named after him, has made public the number of patients hosted by his institute at 272 patients and 54 staff members. The establishment has positioned itself as one of the most highly populated mental institutions in the world. It has become the pride of our region. Dr. Hanwell recognized the importance of the Kirkbride design and architecture system in serving to house large numbers of patients in a healthy and comfortable environment. However, reputable psychiatrists disagree on this and warn about the dangers of overcrowded buildings, including managerial problems and ethical dilemmas. According to the Kirkbride plan, a hospital for insane should not exceed a maximum of 250 patients, contrary to Dr. Hanwell's claims. We acknowledge the mandate of the Kirkbride plan, and my talented staff is keeping our patients under tight control, said Director Hanwell. Our methods are efficient, and my experience in the field has allowed us to improve upon Kirkbride August design. That it can go down now. Okay. So there's that. The window was shattered, allowing the cold breeze to chill the room, yeah. The stove didn't work. What do you mean stove? Another dirty and broken window. What a sad state for this once beautiful solarium. All things considered, the intruding vine had brought a little life into this room. Right. Anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. Can't take that with us. Right, let's go. So there's a map, so we're going this way. I'd seen plenty of depressing environments in the institute by then, but the chilling morgue was on a whole different level. This is the morgue. I had no idea what these papers could mean. The jar contained a repulsive liquid. Unfortunately, the lamp wouldn't turn on. No lamp. Odd stains on the towel. Made it. Go back. Shards of broken glass, protruded from broken cabinet, suggesting it was best to steer clear. Bad. Pasta didn't work here, rendering the morgue unusable. Or at least I hoped so. I hear the water though. Oh, the water's coming from elsewhere. Random junk was scattered inside the drawer. Nothing here. A strange contraption occupied a large part of the drawer. I didn't want to know about its purpose. Is that it? Yeah. Some boxes and hammers. I shivered in disgust while pondering what they have been used for. Just a regular dirty rag with some blood stains on it. Some organ, a little fresh, was in the tray. Wow. The handle wouldn't turn. There were a few fragment tools inside the drawer. Got a scale. The scale go. There it is. Difficult to discern what was on the scale. A brain. Why would anyone leave it here? Oh, what is this? That's where the water is coming from. There was water flowing here, likely for the purpose of cleaning blood and other fluids spilled during surgical procedures. I don't have anything to put here. The book provided some details about the bodies in the morgue, names, tags, and some notes. Screenshot of it, just to have it. Okay, so I cannot go. Oh yeah, I can. I could make out some organic material submerged in a transparent liquid. An old and worn microscope. Several glass flasks of different sizes, yet all empty. A small moving table, likely used to transport instruments during autopsies, has nothing on it. Okay, let's go on the other side. We checked everything. Oh, no, we didn't. Nothing to note. Empty jars and dirty rags. Only some random stuff in here. Yuck. Just a bunch of boxes stacked. What a waste of space. It looked like some kind of box with dividers, as if it meant to have cards. Right. And I think there was one more, right? Some neatly aligned flask and more rather disorganized items in here. That's it. Alright, so yeah, let's go to the other side now. I think we looked everywhere. I hope we did. Oh boy, okay. The hook behind me seems to move a bit. It was evidently part of the mechanism. Okay, this hook here. Oh, we can take a body and move it on that table. There was no way to open this. What a disgusting mess. It seemed like if someone did this on purpose, perhaps a sort of protest. A258? Nothing that means to me right now. It was empty. Storage refrigerator was empty, which was C080. Empty. I seem like a stock of blood, perhaps meant to be analyzed. E103. They look like brains kept for research. Just a pile of empty flasks scattered in a tray. Empty jars. Goodness. Empty too. Okay, so I looked at some notes I took earlier, some screenshots I took. So we actually can correspond those numbers to bodies. So A258 is Henry James, C080 is Charles Maturing, and E103 is Will Hodgson. Yeah. So we still don't know what that means yet to us, but at least we know the names. And we probably have to come back here at some time, but not right now. Because I think we're gonna have to examine one of those bodies. Or maybe all three of them. That didn't deserve my attention. Okay, yeah, we came from that way, so we already looked at there, and we already looked at the morgue, so let's keep going. A regular hospital stretcher. Women's restroom. Last time I was in the restroom, I saw a patient. It was a little scary. The foul smell from the broken urinals permeated the whole room. I was thankful that I couldn't see anything in those toilets through all the dark surrounding me. Hey, water is working. Wow. That's crazy. Oh, the water seems clean. Okay, so we have a clean water here. Let's see if we can use anything right now. Probably not. I don't recall anything that needs water. We don't have like a vial or anything like that. Yeah. Okay, we'll have to come back here. No more water. Okay. I think that might be all we can do here. Right, so going this way. Lots of open doors here. A laboratory greeted me with a hint of sinister ambience. The greenish lightning and fetid smell only contributed to convey of eerie sense of organic. Yes, this is a laboratory. The table was in disarray, with many gadgets scattered on it, several empty tubes, test tubes as well. Some sort of chemical substance. Uh-huh. Some spare empty flasks. It was surprisingly they didn't get broken yet, considering how they were stored. They really had to replace these medical tools if they were planning to reopen the scene. Picking him up. Okay, move this way. Test tubes, old samples and chemicals. Nothing important. More glass containers that seem to be used more frequently in. Lids for the jars. Old cans. Seemingly empty. Rusted tools. For a moment, I thought there might be bottles of blood stored in some unknown purpose. Rather than water, the pipes were likely crawling with insects. Okay. Oh my god, there's a person here! What? I did not see him before. Oh my god, what is going on? How did I... He's not moving, that's why I didn't notice him. Oh, I can do something here. Yeah, I can't use anything here. I don't have the right tools. Please do not touch the equipment. Food. These cages remind me of my own condition, confined and searching for meaning. The very structures of the cages seem to be made of copper. Oh. And I can't do anything here. Okay. Say something about the testing. ISIS, maybe. Rats. My dear Walter, grateful as I am for your kind invitation, I still have certain matters to attend in my homeland which prevent me from engaging in such a long trip, at least for the time being. However, test assured that finally meeting in person soon is a priority for me. I think of you as a close friend, therefore me when everyone else abandoned me. Oh Walter, the things I have to tell you, which for our sakes can't be disclosed in the written world, our mutual areas of interest on the verge of yielding benefits beyond our dreams. There is another tome that came to my attention, apparently terrible and dangerous, which might hold the final key to the puzzle. What? Mortus Cave or something? My studies revealed only one account of its existence, and in the primeval orbs aid me. Is that what that says? It might find a way into my prized collection. In any case, I wish you favorable something in your research. Your friend AM. PS, news of the disposable situation in which your institute finds itself reached. Me, to state the obvious, I support your work without reservation. I trust that all individuals spreading malicious lies will be brought to justice. Our ways may be disapproved of by blinked peers of our era, but we are making strides towards a new age of science. In due time, our undertaking will be celebrated and historians will acknowledge our achievements. Let's take that pen. Guess not. Nothing of use. This one is missing. Okay. Closed. Who is this fella?
Hello? Am I interrupting something?
Who are you?
I'm a former member of the Institute. I came here tonight to look into some document.
Well, this is highly irregular. Did Julia let you in? I'll need to have a word with her. As you can see, the building is not in a condition for you to go anywhere you please.
Oh, but I'm only going to the allowed areas.
This area is not allowed.
Sorry, my mistake. But would you mind if I asked you some questions?
I was in the middle of something important, but go ahead.
I assume you are...
I'm the new director of the Institute, Dr. Ambrose Miller. My purpose here is to honor the vision of my former colleague, Dr. Walter Hanwell.
Pleased to meet you.
Okay.
Look at this elegant letter opener.
A true work of art.
He doesn't use the wire cutters.
Are you familiar with this keyring?
That belongs to Bruno. You should return it to him at once.
Are you familiar with this type of glass slide?
Is this a joke?
Okay.
The reason I'm here is to research the older history of the Institute, from its heyday until the strange circumstances of its collapse.
As you can imagine, that's not a topic we like to discuss here. We prefer to look forward, not back in the past.
Well, as the new director, aren't you interested in what happened?
That remark seemed slightly insulting.
I didn't mean to.
Look, it was all a sorry episode that none of us are proud of. And those responsible have long since been apprehended. And that's the end of it.
Could you tell me where the therapy room is?
You know, Julia can help you with such mundane needs. I have better things to do than stating the obvious.
Sorry, let's change the topic. Have you seen the patient Lenny around?
Lenny? Ah, yes, you mean Leonard. Yes, I believe he's somewhere on this floor, cleaning a corridor.
Thank you.
Okay, so he's still on the second floor, which didn't really make sense because he already signed off on it. But okay.
I understand there's an ongoing process of reopening.
You seem to be acquainted with our circumstances.
What's the plan? How long will this last?
Difficult to estimate. In addition to cleaning, which will demand a lot of time in itself, there are structural changes planned. It's a considerable investment too. So as you can imagine, we'd like to accomplish this as soon as possible.
What condition would you say can lead to chronic hallucinations?
In my experience, extreme stress. For example, panic attacks. Abuse of illegal drugs and other substances too. But most likely it would be something related to the brain, a physical problem, such as an imbalance of neurotransmitters. Schizophrenia can cause hallucinations as well.
Thank you for the thorough explanation. Are you familiar with the term Group E?
Yes, that's a therapy thing. Patients were organized into small groups and encouraged to discuss their fears and problems in confidence. In a more controlled environment, they were treated by, what was her name?
Dr. Ebersbaker?
Her, yes. I see you're acquainted with the history here.
I've been reading some records on the topic.
Careful, you might stumble onto things you're not meant to read.
Do you know anything about the construction below?
I'm aware of renovation plans that didn't come to fruition. The structure of the building was typical Kirkbride, since its inception, a style which became dated over time. Mind you, this was true of all mental hospitals of this area. All Kirkbride establishments were forced to change, or perish.
Why this whole fascination with the Kirkbride architecture?
You could say that Walter was a romantic, too attached to the old ways. He erected this building quite late in his lifetime, when the Kirkbride design was already beginning to exhibit its flaws, and he paid a price for it.
What I don't understand is the purpose of digging in the basement.
It makes perfect sense. That's typically how the migration of the so-called unit system worked. Underground tunnels.
I'm wondering how a network of underground tunnels is so attached to the concept of a unit system.
To begin with, the unit system is a term that didn't catch on. It was meant to convey the notion of units of buildings, concerned with a single aspect for the everyday operation of a mental institute. One building for administrative offices, another for surgical interventions, then male and female infirmaries separated, and so on. The hospital border in Buenos Aires is a good example of such a system of buildings.
I forgot to ask something else.
I'm sorry, but I really need to concentrate.
He's done with this topic. I feel like some of the topics you can ask him twice and you get more information out of it.
Do you think this building is in proper condition to be reopened?
Absolutely. It's one of the finest structures of its era. One of my goals is to retain its design and facade as much as possible.
There's one more.
Please, enough chatter.
I'm curious about something. When it comes to hallucinations,
You seem to be particularly interested in this topic.
it's from my research.
Well, go on then.
What would be a solution? For them, I mean, to stop the hallucinations.
That's one broad question. For starters, drugs which counterbalance the improper chemistry between serotonin, dopamine, and glutamate in the brain. And that doesn't work all the time. If it's something more serious, like a brain tumor.
What?
Extirpation. But it's extremely risky. Even if the surgery is successful, the patient is at risk of dying, or facing crippling side effects.
What if I told you I have a strange urge to look for candles?
I would say you have a keen sense of adventure. Have you looked in the attic yet?
Not yet.
If you can't find some candles there, I'll eat my hat.
You'll eat your whole closet. I forgot to ask something.
I'm sorry.
And that was it for this topic.
There's one more.
Please, enough.
Okay, this one's done too.
I forgot to...
I'm sorry.
Okay, so we're done with the topics, right? Now people.
Julia seems to be a nice member of the new Hanwell family.
Our new receptionist. I don't have much to say. I just met her earlier this morning.
She's doing a fine job. Must be difficult putting a nice face to all this filth.
Filth?
I'm sorry, I mean, let's talk about something else. There's one more.
Please, and
So, you're the famous Dr. Miller.
famous? Not quite. At least not around these parts. I'm just a humble servant who wishes to continue with Walter's grandiose dreams.
How so?
As soon as I heard this establishment was ceasing operations, I made arrangements to be transferred here. Hopefully continue Walter's work. My connection in the field of medicine across the years proved valuable, as here I find myself as the new director in charge of this reopening.
You seem quite attached to this building and its history.
I wasn't involved in those days, just acquainted with the philosophy of Hanwell Institute. The hospital used to be an illustrious example of what the will of man can accomplish. All I'm doing here is picking up the pieces and fulfilling that dream.
One more thing, Joe.
Who?
I'm sorry, Dr. Miller.
Listen, I should get back to my...
They called you.
About Dr. Ebesbaker.
The therapist?
Yes, I'm curious about her role at the Institute.
She was well positioned in the ranks at Hanwell, respected career and all, but if you ask me, she was a failure.
So you think Dr. Ebesbaker was part of the reason why the Institute ceased operations?
No, at least not just her, but she was another component in the equation. I believe her foolish rivalry with Hawthorne distracted Walter from a greater purpose. And Hawthorne, well, he wasn't a saint of my devotion either.
About this,
We have said all there was.
Done with this one.
do you know Bruno?
Of course I know Bruno. He's our security guard.
Is there anything of interest you could tell me about him?
Not really. He's just a security guard.
But he's working in your establishment and contributes to a greater goal. You can't possibly operate this place without security.
Look, if you want to form a union with Bruno, be my guest. I need to keep working with this dangerous chemical.
Why such intolerance?
I have a highly dangerous chemical right here.
Fine. About this,
We have said...
Have you seen a patient wandering around?
The one who's cleaning the rooms? Yes. Leonard, I believe.
That's who I mean, yes. Is it safe to speak with him?
Certainly. Perfectly safe, otherwise we wouldn't allow him to roam freely. I'm not familiar with his case, though. We are simply continuing with the same treatment he had in the past.
Does the name Crawford ring a bell?
Not in the least.
Which is?
He likes to help. How can we say no?
About this.
We have said...
Yeah, he's done with this topic.
About this.
We have said...
Done with this one too.
So, I assume you were acquainted with Walter Hanwell.
Quite so. Walter was a friend. We maintained ample correspondence over the years. Many subjects, both from the field of medicine and life itself, were our common interest. Many times I toyed with the idea of coming here to work with him. Alas, fate had a different plan for us.
What do you mean?
Well, the circumstances you're obviously familiar with. I was finally prepping myself for a greatly belated visit when all of a sudden the Institute shut down. Walter had been a friend in writing for many years, yet regrettably I never got to know him in person.
It's odd that you were such a close friend with Dr. Hanwell, yet only exchanged letters.
I don't see what's so odd about that. Some people prefer the expression and flair of the written word, especially someone as enlightened as Walter was. We never even spoke on the telephone. Always preferred the intimacy of the prose. You see, Walter was a very reserved fellow. He didn't like public appearances, nor to be photographed, and I respected that. In a way, it made our relationship more intriguing. We connected down to the purest level, our thoughts.
About this.
We have said all there was to say on the topic.
Okay, so yeah, I think it's important to ask him as much as you can until he stops talking about the topics. So,
There's one more.
yeah,
Please.
already did that.
Why did Hanwell shut down all of a sudden?
You didn't ask
Just
me?
one more thing. Would you say it's possible that, amid all the chaos, patients were wrongfully discharged?
I know patients were relocated from one institute to the other, as is the current case for our reopening.
Yet it's possible.
Yes, of course, it's very possible. The glorious Hanwell Institute may have let loose dangerous lunatics in the streets amid a media circus. Satisfied now?
Sure. Let's drop the subject. About the...
We have...
I think he's done with everything.
There's one?
Please...
Here, people, that we did all these items. I think we did them too.
There's one more.
Please, and...
Alright, I think we're done with this.
I appreciate the conversation. Goodbye.
Hopefully he doesn't mind me going through this stuff here. Maybe the tool gave me chills, so painful. More typical lab instruments. I had no idea what this tool we used for, and they wouldn't have found out either. Alright, it was locked. There are two doors here, okay. What is this on the floor? Did we take a look at that? Nothing, okay. Let's go ahead and go straight, I guess. Best tubes. Race. Ah. Oh no, looks like I could pick it up, but I can't. sinister red liquid. The influence of Ambrose Miller. Another notable chapter in this chronicle of Hanwell Mental Institute involves the cordial relationship that developed between Walter Hanwell and Miller. Renowned chemist researching experimental drugs, Dr. Miller first achieved widespread fame overseas due to his involvement in standardization of clinical drug trials, including the use of placebo-controlled and double-blind tests. Regrettably, Dr. Miller's accolades came to an abrupt halt after the devastating thalidomide, tragedy, and in which thousands of babies were born with malformed limbs as a result of their mothers making indiscriminate and unsupervised use of the drug and treat nausea during their pregnancies. It has been said that Dr. Miller's insistence on demonstrating drug efficiency with no regard for safety played a significant role in this dark chapter of modern medicine. Since his insistence that patients adopt this use of thalidomide has been recorded in multiple testimonies. Following this shameful debacle, Dr. Miller shied away from the public eye and became a recluse, maintaining communications with only a handful of select colleagues. It was during his quieter phase in his career that he began to exchange feverish stream of missives with Dr. Hanwell. No one knows the exact nature of their ardent debates. It was established by acquainted sources that Dr. Miller was fascinated by goals of his colleague as well as luxuriously equipped laboratory in his institute. But it was also rumored that these professionals shared passion for non-secular side of medicine. More recently, Dr. Miller emerged from his seclusion and during an interview expressed interest in becoming a staff member at Hanwell Mental Institute. Alright, anything else? Nothing relevant. Come on. At some point in the past, the laboratory might have been suitably equipped, but the present it was complete mess. Okay. This. Oh. Lock cabinet. Right. Have we been in the middle? I don't know if we have, but I don't think we can go there, honestly. Yeah, we can. Okay, I take it back. Go back. Empty. 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 Like I did go in here. I searched this for sure, though. Empty. More rusty tools and some sort of lenses. Okay, nothing for us. The faucet was too rusty. Couldn't be turned on. No water, possibly plumbing issue. It was locked. Well, I think this is it. So need to go this way or that way. Ooh. Heck. switch, but I didn't want to turn off the lights. Alright, yeah, this way. I don't think we missed anything here, right? There's a door we came in, laboratory. And then this is the other laboratory door. Oh, there's another oh, that's Lenny! That's not Lenny, is it? Yeah, it's Lenny. Yeah, it is Lenny. Okay, so we need to talk to him anyway. The complexity of the design of the windows bathed the spot of the corridor with a unique glow.
Lenny, I've been in the basement. You were right.
Really?
Yes, I was there before. And you too. I had this memory. We were working together in some kind of construction project. What were we doing down there?
I don't recall. Everything is so fuzzy.
Lenny, you have to make an effort. This is important for our sakes.
I don't want to, please. I don't want to remember. It hurts.
Okay, don't worry, Lenny. Let's try something else.
Okay. What do I need to ask him?
Lenny, what happened to us in the basement?
I don't know. I have too much work to do.
Can't you...
No, I don't want to talk about the basement.
Okay. Is there anything else you can tell me about this?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Did you hear anything else about this?
Okay. Therapy room?
About the therapy room.
Yes, I finished cleaning the first floor. You can now go to the therapy room.
Thank you so much, Lenny. Is there anything else you can tell me about this?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, he's done with that one. Topics?
Nothing else comes to mind?
I don't want to think about that anymore.
My vision in the basement was the first time I felt like I was witnessing something relevant. You know, with a meaning. A moment that actually happened. Nothing else comes to mind?
I don't want to think about...
Let's talk some more about this groupie. You said you remember me.
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'm so sorry, Lenny, but I can't seem to remember you. It's been such a long time since I was here.
It's okay. You seem like a friend.
And I believe you're a friend too, Lenny. Who else was part of Group E? Please try hard, Lenny.
This is what comes to mind. Friends with fears and problems.
Such as?
I don't remember his name. A big man with the mind of a child. He had an accident and was terrified of fire. We could never talk about fire during the sessions. Dr. Ann forbade that.
What about the others? How many of us were in the sessions?
Oh, there was a woman. She had a baby inside, but she didn't like the baby
Rebecca.
and often hit her belly.
That sounds terrible. Anyone else from Group E, Lenny? Just one more effort.
I don't recall the names. There was a man who was funny, but sometimes also mean. And another one with a funny accent. But please, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Nothing else comes to...
I don't want to...
Okay.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this?
No, I'm sorry.
In underground tunnels.
The Institute was shut down under strange circumstances, but I don't recall much about that period.
Me neither. We were in pain by then.
What is this about pain?
It was the pain that led to the shutdown. Down below.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this?
No, I'm sorry.
Right down below.
Nothing else comes to mind?
I don't want to think about that anymore.
Okay, he's done with this. Those are the topics. Let's go to people.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this?
No,
Is there anything else you can tell me about this?
no.
Lenny, I don't think Dr. Ann really cared about any of us.
Don't say that.
It's just things that I read about her research. She only cared about her reputation.
No, stop it. She made me feel happy. That is everything that matters. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Nothing else comes to mind?
I don't want to think about that.
You know, I used to be like you, Lenny.
Oh, are you feeling better now?
You could say that. I was well, at least for a while.
So, why are you here?
That's a very good question. Is there anything else you can tell me about this?
No,
Are you familiar with the name Crawford?
right, Crawford. He was in our group with Dr. Ann. He made many jokes. So funny. I laughed a lot with him. But he also had a scary look on his face. Sometimes he just went crazy.
Do you know what happened to him?
No. One day, he just disappeared.
Did you ever meet the former director of the Institute, Walter Hanwell?
I'm not sure. I saw many people walking around in the Institute in the past, but no one ever told me who Hanwell was.
Nothing else comes to
I don't want to.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, we're done with people. Items.
Look at this piece of glass.
Oh, that's nice.
Hey Lenny, look. I have Bruno's keys.
Oh, he will be mad if he finds out.
Yes, I know. I'll be careful. Let's see what secrets this institute has in store for us. Is there anything else?
No.
Nothing else?
I don't want.
Lenny, look at this.
Ah, that looks sharp. Please, put it back. I don't like that.
Okay, I think we're done with him. We checked everything. Think there's anything new popped in? Yeah.
See you around, Lenny.
Okay, so he's probably not gonna let me go past him any further here because he's clinging. That means we have to go back, and now we can go to that room, that meeting room, whatever it's called, where there were the therapy room. Yeah. All right, and I'm gonna save that for part 4 now. This is part 3 already. Yeah, it's been an hour and a half. Wow. Okay. All right, so this game is getting interesting. I mean, it looks like a big game, so I'm probably not even halfway done.